Sugar Ray concert. I was like, damn, it would have been hard to go to that. I was like, I never thought I'd see Sugar Ray in my lifetime. I was so pissed. I was like, the weekend I leave, and they brought YG too. You know who YG is, rapper. He's a very 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 popular rapper from California. Yeah, he was here. And I was just like, damn, the weekend I leave, everybody wants to have fun.
Not the weekend you leave.
The Saturday, well, Friday I was here. Saturday, yeah.
The nerve.
Yeah.
The audacity.
They gotta postpone all the plans for me.
Yeah, they got to. They must. Today, my guest is so special. I've been trying to get him on for a minute. Richy Rozay.
Yes, ma'am.
He's out here DJing at clubs in the city, across town, at private events.
A couple out of town spots too.
And he added town with it. Let's
Some
go.
light.
How you doing today, DJ Richy Rozay?
I'm good, man. It's hot outside.
It's so hot,
I'm
please.
good. I just feel like no matter how hydrated you are, as soon as you go outside, it just smacks you. I need something refreshing as soon as I go outside.
It's an oven out there.
Yeah, it's bad.
Are you from Las Vegas?
Born and raised, yeah.
I know that most people know you as the DJ Richy Rozay, right?
Mhm.
That actually was my first encounter with you. Was at a private event.
Yeah.
You were DJing, and we can get to that in a minute. But I would really want to know, who was Richy Rozay before he became Richy Rozay?
So Richard Lumbreras, not Richy Rozay.
Is that your full name?
Yeah,
Richard
Lumbreras.
Lumbreras.
That's my govy.
The govy.
Yeah. I would say for sure before I was a DJ, like an actual conductor of music, I was gonna be involved with music in some way, shape, or form. I would say just first before everything, I would say that I'm just a lover, enjoyer of music. For sure. It's definitely something, it sounds super cliche when people say it, but it's just like music is like everything to me. Music is my life, It's definitely my reason for like waking up in the morning. Genuinely, I kind of like feel like it gives me a purpose. So I feel like you can't really take away like what is Richy Rozay without being Richy Rozay, because it's just like it's still music at the end of the day for me.
And when was like one of the first moments that you remember feeling that connection to music?
I mean, ever since I was younger, like my mom and dad, they're cholos. So like
What?
my dad still to this day, he's 60 something, still wears the Dickies long socks, the matching Pro Club to the Dickies, the Cortez and the Cortez or the Chucks. Like he's still to this day. So I grew up listening to a lot of like freestyle, like Debbie Deb, Lisa, just things along that nature. And if it wasn't that, it was like in the Hispanic regard, it was like Banda Machos, things of that nature, Banda El Mexicano, just kind of stuff that I remember listening to, growing up, and that was in my household. I feel like that's the connection in general since I was little. A big part of the connection too comes from my brother. I would say like 50% of who I am music wise and just music knowledge comes from my brother for sure. And then 50% is like stuff that I encountered and learned on my own and learned to appreciate within myself on my own kind of like being, if that makes sense.
Like through your own life experiences, you've been able to kind of curate your own taste.
Yeah.
But it's influenced by your family and the things.
Yeah, mainly my family. My brother especially for sure. My brother was just like, he was big on like every time a new artist came out, a new CD, it was like he was the first one. He'd be there every Friday. And sometimes they would drop on Tuesdays. I don't know if you remember that. Or I don't know if you've ever been to like an actual record store. But like, yeah, he would always be there every Thursday or Friday, copping the new CD no matter what it was. And then I would just listen to it with him. And then I was just either like, it was something that was really important to me or something that I remembered. Or it was just like, oh, I understand why he likes this because I like this too. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you started refining your own taste.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So did you know like, okay, I'm about to be a DJ? Like, did you have that in the back of your mind? Or I'm about to be an artist? Or like, I'm going to get into actually producing?
So before anything DJ wise, I knew I wanted to be a producer. And the music that I make now is totally different than what I wanted to make. I originally wanted to make like a real like boom bap type hip hop. Like that's where my niche was. I was a big fan of like Gangstar. A lot of the producers like Madlib, DJ Premier, Jay Dilla, like those are like your traditional like run of the mill hip hop producers. Like I like they make fun of me, but I call it like wabbledy dabbledy like boom bap hip hop like Nas, Talib Kweli, Mos Def, like all those artists. That's the kind of beats that I wanted to make. It was very very hip hop, like rugged hip hop, like Wu-Tang stuff along those lines. And originally, that's what I wanted to do in music. The DJing comes way later. I had a friend, and he used to run a business. And it's crazy because I actually live with him right now. His family used to run a business where you can rent all the stuff for a party. So like the brinca brinca, the chairs, the tables, and all that. And part of one of their packages was you could book a DJ too. And they had a DJ controller like in the house. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, the uncle like stopped worrying about the business. The dad kind of got caught up with like, how life shit happens. Life stuff. Sorry, I don't know if I can curse on here. Life stuff. And they kind of put that business to the side. And one day I went to his house and it was laying there. And I was like, yo, like, let me borrow this. Let me take it home. And I picked it up and I haven't put it down since. The DJing aspect of everything. That was 12 years ago.
Wow. It was like, ah.
Yeah. It was like my calling. I felt like I was good at it. And I might have been trash. I just didn't know. But I felt like I was understanding of it and good at it so fast and so soon.
It came natural to you.
Yeah.
And you already had an inclination to music. So it's like...
Yeah, it kind of ran hand in hand. But I don't think I'd ever play like the stuff I wanted to originally produce like in the clubs. Like I feel like it'd just be like, people would be like, what the hell's going on here?
Why do you think that?
Because that's another thing too. It's just like, I feel like the reason why I'm able to enjoy DJing so much is because I know what the crowd will appreciate and what the crowd is expecting. And I feel like some DJs, that's not really their strong suit, unfortunately. But I feel like for me, like, yeah, the music I enjoy to listen to outside of that is kind of why I enjoy it more, because it's not something I'm going to listen to in the club. For example, like on the way up here, I was listening to like Sade, Talib Kweli, like that's just kind of the stuff I listen to just to kind of like not really keep myself sane, but like just keep my brain on like, this is the music you enjoy. This is Richy outside of like DJing, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like a reset, or like it's like when you're at shopping for perfume and you're like sampling all these different scents, and then you need that little coffee grounds.
The coffee beans, yeah. My playlist is my coffee beans. Yeah.
That's a one-liner right there.
Yeah, my playlist is definitely my coffee beans.
That's going to be the subject line of this episode.
Like, hey, Richy Rozay, my playlist is my coffee beans. Perfect. I love that. That's a great headline.
That's such a quotable thing to say.
Yeah. I'm a post my next caption. My next caption on Instagram, it don't even got nothing to do with this. I'm just going to post that. I'm like, my playlist is my coffee beans. We're going to be like, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm
like,
crying.
Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. You'll figure it out later.
Hey, if people are paying attention,
exactly,
then they'll know.
Exactly.
So as you've made your way through DJing, and okay, you mentioned that you possess a skill that oftentimes some DJs don't have, of like reading the room. Mm. How do you think you came to refining that skill? Because I know what you mean. Sometimes it's like I don't know, they're playing something, but the crowd isn't feeling it.
Right.
But I've experienced one of your sets, and I can definitely say that you have a way to move people.
Right. Unfortunately, like, it sounds rude to say, but I feel like a lot of it is common sense. I feel like a lot of people get so caught up in what they want to play, or versus what they put together versus what you're seeing in real time. So if I know, like, for example, Drake dropped 3 albums, right?
Right.
I'm going to put those 3 albums, I'm going to listen to the songs and be like, okay, these ones sound like they're the ones for the club. These ones are like the simpy ones. These ones are like, no one cares, right? When you go in there and you play those songs and they're not getting the reaction that you're expecting, then that's when you got to take it upon yourself to switch it up. A lot of people think, well, it's Drake. People are going to, Also, you got to just look at your crowd. I look at a lot of stuff. I look at who's in the crowd. If there's a lot of girls, I'm going to play for the girls. If there's a lot of Latinas, you got to play reggaeton. You got to play Latin. What do people like right now? Bad Bunny, Fade, Peso Pluma. Mexico's killing it in the World Cup right now.
They are.
So I'm going to pay Peso Pluma. Like, if you're Mexican and you're there, that's what we're going to listen to. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Also, I look at the color of people's skin. That's another thing you got to look at too. Like, who's there? Who's rocking with you? What are people excited to hear? What's going to make everybody like, ah? You know what I mean? A lot of people, I feel like they don't do that because they want to play for themselves. And that to me is very selfish because you could have just DJ'd at home if you're going to do that. I feel like you got to read the room, look at the crowd, figure out what people want from you. And that's what's going to separate you from the other 10 DJs that don't do that. That's like the first thing you should worry about, in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think you're touching on such a great point here because as an artist of any kind, you're communicating a message. And so you want to be able to think about your audience and how that message is going to be received.
Yeah.
And that's coming from a communication studies standpoint. You feel me?
Exactly.
Shout out UNLV.
Exactly.
But so okay, with you being known as a DJ here in the city, are there any responsibilities that come with being well known in the city as DJ Richy Rozay? You know, because I imagine you're pretty tapped in, you know, like you perform different sets across like different locations. And like you said, you're even out of town too. So are there any like specific responsibilities or even challenges that come with that?
I feel one of the biggest things for me is just as long as I've been doing this, I feel like a lot of people do actually view me as someone that they look up to. You know, someone that's been able to tell them like, hey, like he has longevity in the game for sure. I do feel like I'm respected by a lot of my peers, which goes a long way for me, just because I do have the same amount of respect for them as well. I do think people do look at me for certain things. Yes, like I've had certain brands that reach out to me like, you know, we know you're good for it. Like, we know you're good for selling tickets. We know you're good for getting people through the door. Like, I know you're good at this Latin, you know, playing the Latin music. Like, I'm having this, I'm doing this, I'm throwing this. So I definitely feel like people view me as someone that leads by example. And I do definitely try my best to, especially in a sense of professionalism. I do say that like sometimes I do feel like I need to limit myself with the kind of jokes I say or the things that, you know, you can portray in the wrong way, even if it's not genuinely you, just kind of to be funny. I just feel like I do got to be a little bit more cautious because I can say something that genuinely I feel like is me, but there's 10 people that are going to be like, what the hell, Richie? Like, you're crazy. You can't say stuff like that. And then there is going to be the people that are be like, no, I feel him. He's right. So it's just like, you kind of got to find that common ground of who's looking at you and what they're looking at you for. I definitely do know that I definitely try to inspire all the DJs that are younger than me, all the DJs that are starting their own brands, all the DJs that you know, they're kind of like, they're either upset or they feel like they're being like weeded out, or they feel like, what do you call them? Like the outsiders, I guess. I definitely try to resonate with those people a lot because I was the same way. There was a lot of people that it's not necessarily that they want to bring you with them, but they feel like it's not my responsibility to bring you with me, if that makes sense. So I'm always looking out for the kids, 18, 19, 20, you know, 21-year-olds that are just ready. They're hungry. They, you know, they like to play music. Their heart is in it. I definitely look out for those kids a lot just because I know when it was my time, there wasn't a lot of people that looked out for me. And if I can give anybody an opportunity that I feel deserves it, if I feel like they're respectful, if I feel like they understand the assignment, or even if they need help, if they're willing to learn, that already says a lot about someone that's just going to come in and think they know everything, if that makes sense. But I do definitely feel like I am looked at in a different light just because I do run a brand. I do DJ in all these places that for some DJs, and especially in Vegas, it's their dream to play, or, you know, they would they go away every weekend in hopes that someone's going to notice them or talk to them or network or things of that nature. So it's definitely something that I definitely do pride myself on and do attempt to do if I have the opportunity, for sure. Just be a motivational person.
It's giving community leader vibes.
It can, yeah. It can be stressful. Don't get me wrong. It can be stressful. It can be hard, because not everyone's gonna receive your message the same way, and that's okay. But yeah, I definitely try to look out for anybody that is passionate about something, and anybody that I feel like they're trying, for sure.
And this is also like really great to hear because you are expanding too. Like, for instance, I didn't know that you produced your own music. And you did mention you've been DJing for 12 years now. Did you always produce music, or is that a little bit newer? Because I know it was in your mind, like it's something you wanted to do, but like, can you walk me through that timeline a little bit?
Producing has been around 4 years.
Oh, okay, so it is a little bit newer.
Yeah, it's a little bit newer for sure. It's always something I wanted to do, but I just kind of felt like there's certain music I wanted to make, and no one's gonna make it for me, if that makes sense. Like, I had a sound I wanted to create. I had a I kind of was looking up to a lot of the people that are like huge now in regards to and unfortunately, I don't even call it a sense of like being arrogant, but I would listen to some music that like some of these people make, and I'm just like, I could make that, or if I tried hard enough, I could arrange this music the way they arrange it, or like, and it's just like you don't really start to realize how you can actually put it together until it sounds dumb to say, but you don't realize how well you can put it together until you start to put it together.
Yeah, and
if that makes sense.
100%. I don't think that sounds either arrogant or dumb. It's like you could see yourself doing it, and that's like real internal like inspiration and motivation to and the fact that you're taking action on it too. And that was what I was trying to get to, is that you're still like expanding and refining your craft. So the fact that you're open to also mentor younger people who are interested in getting in this field is awesome. It's great.
Yeah. I view it more as like showing love, for sure. But yeah, I just feel like, when I felt like I needed people to show me love, I felt like the love wasn't there sometimes. So I definitely tried to.
No.
I definitely tried to.
Richie?
Yeah. I definitely try to kind of fill that gap or fill that void of, what should have been portrayed or done for me at that time. That makes sense.
Right. But look at you. You used the cards you were dealt with.
Yeah. Yeah, I could say that. Definitely. And then I turned it into something that I can be proud of, for sure.
You flipped it on them.
Type beat.
What's one of the most enjoyable moments in your career so far? Like, what do you enjoy the most?
I genuinely like going into... I like when people that haven't seen me before or haven't been to the clubs that I play at before get to experience me for the first time. Because I've played multiple DJ sets like in these clubs downtown, and it's just like I see a lot of the same people because it's just like it's easy to frequent those spots because there's guest lists or there's specific lines for people to get in at a certain time, or there's just people that go to those clubs just based off the name. Like, oh, all my friends are going to We All Scream, so that's where I'm going. All my friends are going to Common, so that's where I'm going. So when I can make it more personal, and even if I don't make it personal for them, I make it personal for me. Like, yeah, you've been to this club multiple times, but you've never seen a DJ set like this. And I always try to make it a point, like, there's a big like discourse in the DJ world where it's just like, if you're playing at 10 to 11, you should go easy, you should go soft. And there's like, oh, if you're closing out, you should like stray away from the bangers or whatever you want to call it. And my brand, Endless, we have a show that's literally called Bangers. And the point of the show is from 10 when the doors open till 4 a.m. when everyone's leaving, it's just banger after banger. I've always talked to the DJs that I book, like, I don't care if it's 10:30, I don't care if it's 3:30, I don't care if there's 50 people, I don't care if there's 500 people, just go hard. I'm not going to look at you and be like, oh, bro, I was planning to play this song at 12:30 when there was 500 people here. Why would you play it at 10:30? I never cared about none of that. I never cared about none of that. So like I said, and when I go on, like I'm ready to just change the energy. Like even if someone was going hard before me, I'm like, oh, this is lit. Like you be playing all the new shit. You went crazy with it. It was popping. Let's go. I'm telling you, I got something ready to go at the time that I start to get everybody animated, no matter what it is. You could have played an hour of everything that you thought was like, oh, I have nothing to tell this, and that's not true. So I feel like for me, that's my main thing. Just changing your experience, coming into a room and just elevating it, even if it's already elevated. Just playing the stuff that normal people wouldn't play in the club at certain times, or just the fact that certain people would just like, not that they're not tapped in, but it's just like you wouldn't fathom playing this in this club at this time because it would have a negative effect or the people wouldn't enjoy it. I'm all for flipping the script. And that's why a lot of the times when I am on my own shows, like I want to close. I'll close the show. I'll give everybody their peak time, 11:30, 12:30. Cool. Put me on at 1:30 and I'll keep the club open till 4. There's been times where I keep the club open till 5.
Dang.
And it's like, just because I'm ready to flip the script, I'm ready to have fun. Like it's never been like, imagine being bitter because you're walking in and someone's playing a song that they thought you were going to play. That makes no sense. Why would that upset me? I booked you for a reason. I need you to turn the club up. Let's turn the club up. Simple.
So Bangers is part of a show.
Bangers is the name of a show. One of the shows we throw.
It's one of the shows you throw.
Mm-hmm.
And by we, is this a collective? Is this you?
So Endless is me and my best friend. His name is DeAndre. Or Dre. It's just me and him. We have people that work with us, but overall, Endless is me and him. Yeah.
Whoa, that's cool. I didn't know you had that, like, created yourself with your friend.
Yeah.
How did that start?
It actually started, a funny story. One of the reasons why it actually started is because he noticed a decline in the bookings I was getting. He noticed that, and not to say like he saved my life, but he basically says it like in a way, it's more like a brotherhood thing. He views it in a way of like, you're my brother and I don't like to see you dealing with the politics of the DJ world and not getting booked for certain reasons, or why are people looking at you like you're not like that, like you're not him, like why are people treating you like you're not in, like you haven't been doing this forever, you know what I mean?
You really experienced that? Or he saw
And he felt it, and I saw it and I felt it too. And it was never anything that I was going to be like, hey guys, like, why aren't you guys booking me? Or what's going on over here? I want to play here. Like, I was never that type of person. So he was like, bro, we're going to do something about this. He's like, people are treating you like you're not like that. He's like, we got to fix that. And that was the reason Endless came about. Like, and I have that same mindset because I was like that years ago. I was like, people aren't booking me, and guess what? I got to throw my own shows. And I used to throw my own shows. For whatever. And that's kind of how, he kind of revamped that mentality and that belief that I had. We started in 2023. And he was just like, he had a conversation with me. He's like, bro, basically said like, oh, I'm tired of people hoeing you, like treating you not like you're not like that when you are like that, And it definitely is something that motivated me, and it inspires me still to this day to just be like, like, you're like that and you got to start acting like it, which is kind of like the way that I was viewing it. And, it's more of a brotherhood thing because he's like, I know you're good for it.
He was looking out because he sees how your greatness, basically.
Yeah, essentially,
felt like you were maybe being undercut.
Absolutely.
Wow. Well, shout out to him. Shout out to you both for grinding
brother,
that out.
Man.
When's your next show?
Today, after this, I gotta go. I play Commonwealth. And we got couple special guests too. My homie Musanda and then my homie Takumi from LA. I don't know if you know my homie Takumi. He's like that though. He's nice. He does a lot of like there's like a R&B kind of like blends. Like definitely big for the ladies for sure. Like if you're a fan of R&B modern, he's good for it. Yeah, he's cold. Yeah, we have him as a special guest today, and then I close that Common, and then Saturday I have like 3 shows. But the next show for Endless, yes, today, and then we have one on Saturday from 5 to 10. That's at Commonwealth too. That's a day party, and then we have Bliss, which is the new one that I actually help run too with my brother Avio. It's called Bliss. It's like the after, so it starts at 2 a.m. Yeah, and it ends literally every day, every time at like 5 a.m. It's bad.
Sheesh.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I played on a Saturday and got home and the sun wasn't out. Like genuinely, I love it though. You know, I love having fun. I love DJing. I feel like if I didn't love it, I wouldn't be 12 years deep for sure.
100%.
Yeah, so got a lot of shows this weekend. My weekends are usually busy.
Do you have shows lined up like every single week like this? That's pretty cool.
Weekly for sure, yeah. Like I already got my calendar for July and it's busy. It's busy for sure. Every week I have a minimum of 2 shows for sure, which is Bliss, which is the Lucky Day Afters that I run with my brother Avio, and then normally if it's not Impulse, which is Commonwealth, which is like a top 40 dance party. If it's not that earlier that day, it's on Friday. It's usually Cream or Bangers, which is with Endless.
You stay booked.
So minimum 2. So I do have normally a lot though. There's like I think last weekend I had like 4, and then I had to finish those and then go to LA. So I'm definitely blessed beyond belief for sure for all the bookings I have. Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's creativity. It takes creativity to like step out of the box and create the different shows that you put on.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like also with the genres that I produce, that's kind of why it makes it easier too. Like I play a lot of hip hop, rap, Latin, R&B, things of that nature, and then production wise, it's mainly like house music, dance music. So you know, if I'm making house music, dance music, and I'm not playing it, then you know I got to get to a point where it's just like we got to throw an event. I got to throw this. I got a lot of new music I'm gonna debut, so I'm actually throwing one in July 31st. I'm throwing an EP release party. Yeah, so I have that one about to be confirmed. So yeah, July 31st, I'm throwing an EP release party with my friend Andy. We made 2 songs together and we're dropping it as an EP. So it's gonna be a lot of hip hop. I'm not hip hop, sorry, house music, dance music, tech house, techno, whatever you want to consider it. So that's what I'm excited for that for sure.
Congratulations. I can't wait for it to come out.
Yeah, I'll send you a link when it's out.
I want to know a little bit more about who you are outside of the booth, but I do have one question though.
Okay.
What is the craziest thing you've witnessed? Because you're out in a bunch of different venues, right? So
yeah.
Like top craziest thing you've seen out there.
Well, I know for a fact that I DJ'd a house party once where somebody got murdered. So, I mean, that was like in my early days. Some dude pulled up and was like, he was like, yeah. They went back and forth, and dude was like, you ain't gonna do nothing with it. Just shot him. So homies carried him out. I'm like 95% positive he died. Like genuinely.
Was this right in front of you?
It was pretty close to me. I would say maybe like 10 feet. Yeah.
So you got to see everything, or you just heard the gunshot?
I just heard the blast. I saw the dude run out. And then I saw his friends carrying him out because obviously he couldn't walk. I would say that's crazy. I did see.
That's super crazy. I wasn't even expecting anything like that. I was thinking you're gonna be like, oh, this one time, this drunk person.
No, well, yeah. I mean, house party days are crazy. You know. Everybody.
When was that?
That was early in my career. I'd say that was like 2 years in, maybe like 2016.
Oof.
It was Halloween week, and I remember because Halloween. It was Halloween month because I remember from in that whole month of October, I was DJing. I DJed like 10 times. I was DJing on days people weren't even supposed to be throwing parties, like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Club going up.
Yeah,
on
just
Tuesday.
That's stuff like that.
Crazy though.
I've been like DJing in like Commonwealth, and there'd be like a girl in the booth, and some dude would like pull up and just be like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" Like yank his girl out the club. I'm like, and then you got to get security involved because like that domestic violence shit. That shit don't slide with me. Like I've seen that a couple times though. Like a bunch of like couples just being toxicos. Like that's very common in the club. I've seen stuff like that. Yeah, but I don't think anything tops somebody getting shot. Seeing somebody get shot. I seen somebody get stabbed. But in
like you witnessed the stabbing?
No, yeah, like
Oh,
one dude pulled up and was like, he pulled up on him and just like, I was just like, damn. I was like,
oh my God,
how much you gotta hate somebody to stab them? Yeah, shit like that. It's just that was like earlier house party days. I've been in parties where it's gotten shot up, but I think that the craziest one was the dude pulled up and was like, he shot him at like eye level. It was never like a to scare people. You know, a lot of people do it like they shoot out the window to scare people. No, he pulled up on the dude, was like he knew who he wanted to shoot. And yeah, that shit's crazy.
I don't mean to laugh.
No, yeah,
that shit's crazy.
And then my parents or my brother, they'd always tell me like, "Oh, you gotta stop DJing these house parties. Like something's gonna happen." I was like, "Bro, like stuff like that." Unfortunately, my argument was like stuff like that happens anywhere. Like I could be in a grocery store, someone could start shooting up a grocery store. Like guns are gonna be everywhere. Like they were just always like, "Oh, well, you guys, that's not worth the money. It's not worth this." I'm like, I don't do that shit for the money. Like. I just like DJing. Like, it's cool. But yeah, I'd always get that speech and I'd always go back and forth with my parents and my brothers too. I did end up, getting out of the venues and stuff. But to be honest, I always try to tell people, I was like, I'm not too Hollywood to DJ a house party. Like, I would love to. It's just like that you do got to run that risk of like someone has a gun or someone beefing or stuff like that. But yeah, I remember the day I played EDC, the weekend before, I DJ'd a house party. Like I DJ'd someone's house party with costumes, and then the week after, I literally played EDC because I played the EDC that was in October in 2021.
What? You did?
Yeah,
that's sick.
So like my friends are like, "Bro, like what the hell? Like you're playing EDC, like you're bigger than all this shit." And I'm just like, that's not how that works. Like I just want to DJ. Like I just want to DJ. I want to have fun. Like I want to turn up. DJing is just my thing. Like, yeah, they were like, "Bro, like, you're going to play EDC. Like, you got to start moving different." I'm like, "No, I don't." I'm like, yeah, the weekend before, I was DJing a house party. Like, super east side, like, super, super east side, like, past Hollywood. And I was just like, yeah, I was like, in a week, I'm going to be at EDC. Like, that's just how it is. That's what I like to do.
Speaking of East Side, do you remember when you DJ'd for the El Dorado High School reunion 2014?
Yeah, that shit was fun. Shout out Chrissy.
Yeah, how did you get connected with the lovely, the bright, the brilliant Christina Carmona?
I've known her for years. Like, it was funny because when I went to DJ your guys' event, a lot of people were like, "You went to Eldo too?" And I'm just like, "No, but like, I pretty much grew up with all of you guys because when I would DJ a lot of the stuff on the east side, like it was a lot of people from Eldo, a lot of people from Vegas. And I just feel like we all kind of got along. Like I didn't go to any of those schools on the east side. I went to SECTA. I was never, my zone school, I think was the year I started school. This is gonna show my age. Sunrise had just opened, I think, or ECTA. I was gonna go to one of those schools. That's the year they opened, but I ended up going to SECTA because I just really didn't want to go to my magnet school, my home school. I think it was either Sunrise or DP. And I was just like, I felt like I didn't connect with a lot of people from the east side till I started DJing, like till after I was out of high school. Well, I didn't start DJing until I was out of high school anyway. But yeah, it's just a lot of those people, like they'd go to the house parties I DJ at. We knew a lot of the same people, like Eldo, Vegas. A lot of people that I fuck with went to Vegas. So I just knew her. She had a friend, Jackie. I don't know if you know Jackie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like I was cool. I've been cool with them for a really long time. They're really cool with my brother too. I've known them forever. So like when she reached out to me, I was like, damn, it has been 10 years. It was dope. It was a dope experience. I'm just like, damn, I literally known these people for 10 years. It's kind of crazy.
So crazy.
And what's crazy is that year you guys graduated. You graduated same class, 2014?
A woman never reveals her age.
Okay, so 2014,
Of course.
2014 is low-key the year I started DJing. So I'm just like, damn, like these people.
Wait, 2014 is the year you started DJing?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah, 12 years.
Yeah. That's revealing our age. We're old. We're unk now.
Yay, we unk and auntie.
But no, I'm just kidding.
I'm not shit.
But I was thinking about, I was like, these people right here that I'm DJing for the Eldo thing. I think it was as a PTs. I was like, these people were literally, this is my DJ career. Like these people have been seeing me DJ for 10 years. A big majority of them, which I thought was cool. It's like a timeline. Yeah, it's like a timeline. Like people got families now. People got like a lot of people have like degrees and they're just doing a lot of dope stuff. It's just crazy to see like in 10 years how everyone can, change and be cool. And I just think it's dope. I was like, but deadass, I was like, damn, this is my DJ career in front of me. Like these people were at the house parties.
We got professional DJs and artists.
Yeah. So it's just like, it was dope to see for sure.
Yeah, I had so much fun. You did such an amazing job. Like literally every track was a hit. I was like vibing. Like
yeah, I had to play that. I had to play that stuff like it was a house party, because it's just like that's where I know these people from. So whatever came out in 2014, we got to play the hits.
We were feeling lifestyle.
Yeah.
Feeling the what's that I Love McConan song? Club Going Up on Tuesdays.
Yeah, my favorite one is like Bobby Shmurda.
Oh yeah, Bobby Shmurda.
Yeah. Stuff like that was very popular at the time. Even Drake, Drake was definitely putting out. Drake's been putting out hits forever. So, but yeah, 2014 it was a dope time. I definitely had to bring you guys back. It was dope. I had a lot of fun. Yeah, I had a lot of fun.
So, what's one thing that you'll absolutely never do, no matter how much someone pays you to?
That's kind of tough. You mean like in a DJ aspect?
Or any aspect?
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like when it comes to DJing, I've DJed in some of the craziest spots. I've DJed for free, obviously. I've DJed for, I'd say probably DJ like an event for like MAGA, maybe. Just because it's gonna
if Trump himself came up to you and said, I want you to DJ my...
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like people would look at me totally different. It'd be like a full 180 on my whole career. And for everything that I kind of like stand for, in my opinion, I feel like that'd probably be it. Yeah. I just feel like people would be like, they'd have a Richy Rozay canceling party. They'd be at all my events with picket signs and megaphones, and yeah, that'd probably be it. Something like that, maybe, or DJ for someone that just did some crazy shit like R. Kelly or like like Diddy,
so valid.
Or just something like that. Like I'm gonna be honest, in my sets I don't play Diddy, I don't play R. Kelly. I have it on my computer because I used to, but just stuff like that, I feel like I just couldn't. Like I was in a Circle K the other day and this lady was playing R. Kelly. I was like, damn, this song's a banger. Like I was just thinking about, I was like, but I wouldn't be able to bring myself to just like press play on it. Sometimes I feel guilty listening to it behind closed doors because I'm just like, you don't realize how much good music R. Kelly really made, or like all the stuff that P. Diddy's involved with until you sit down and you're just like, all this music is just like, fuck, like I can't even enjoy this shit right now. And I do know that there's those people like, separate the artist from the music, but I'm just like, sometimes I'm just like, you watch those documentaries and you hear those stories and you see all that shit. I'm just like, it kind of just, it's a big toss up for me for sure. I would say probably something like that. I have had people like, they'll come up to me like, if I'm playing an R&B party, like, can you play this? I'm just like, I can't bring myself to do it. I'm sorry.
Dang, you turning down requests too.
Oh, I always turn down requests just because two of the main things that I don't like when it comes to requests is like, one, the entitlement. You come up to me, you don't got no money out and you asking for a song, that's your first issue. One. Two, you see what kind of music I'm playing. You see that there's like 20 girls right throwing ass. I swear to God, I was playing a set that was like 20 girls shaking ass. Hey, twerking upside down, all this, man. Girls smacking each other, you know the works. Like, hey. Dude came up to me and was like, "Can you play Little Baby freestyle?" And I'm like, first of all, I came up with no money. I was like, "You see the party I'm throwing here? You see the girls that are here? Why would I play Little Baby freestyle for you and your two homies that got no money? Didn't bring no money to me. Didn't even offer." I'm just like, read the room. And that's what I want people to understand. Like, a lot of people's requests don't make sense. Genuinely. Or like, I'll be playing something they can shake ass to, and then they'll come like, "Oh, can you play something I can shake ass to?" Like, that's what I'm doing. Or like, it's always the big three, like Bad Bunny, play Bad Bunny, play Bad Bunny. Or like, play Drake, play Drake, play Drake. Or like, if it's someone that, or I'll be playing Drake, and then they'll be like, play Kendrick, play Kendrick. And I'm just like, and what's funny is what I've been doing when that shit was hot, I'd mix a Drake song into a Kendrick song just to be funny.
Dang.
Just to be funny.
The mashup.
Excuse me. Like, I remember a lot of the things I was doing is like the song where he's like, "You're trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor." Like, I would fade it out, let it like echo, and then I'd play like some Drake shit. I'd bring some Drake shit in just so everybody could be thrown off. Like, what side are you on? But I would just do that shit to be funny. I just feel like
wreaking havoc, I see, on the dance floor.
Just trying to just make it a little funny. But yeah, I would say inside of the DJ world, probably like no matter what amount of money, I would probably be like playing something like that, or playing for someone of, that kind of.
Super valid.
Yeah, like.
Oh my God. Sorry.
I just feel like it's just, unfortunately, people say like, "Oh, it's not that deep." Sometimes I do think, it can be that deep. For me.
That's fair. What's something you think about a lot?
In general?
Mm-hmm.
Latinas. No, I'm just playing. Latinas, seafood boil. My next gig. Who's going to listen to my music? Who's going to sign my music? What label I want to get signed to? What I'm going to wear today? For sure, that's a big one. Like, I got to pop out. Do I need a fresh Pro Club, or do I have a Pro Club that I can just iron and will pass? French tip pedicures, chrome hearts, Bape, Supreme, my friends, my family, my nieces and nephews.
Oh, you're an uncle.
I am.
What's that like?
It's fun. It's fun because I feel like as young as they are, even though they're starting to get their own personalities, like I feel like their love is probably, the love of a toddler or a child is so genuine. And I feel like it's very easy to appreciate that, but it's also very easy to not appreciate that, if that makes sense. Like, this sounds rude to say, kinda, to my friends and family, I'm sorry, but I feel like the last time, my nieces and nephews are the only people I've seen in a really long time that they're always happy to see me. Does that make sense? Like, my nieces and nephews, they know, like, they don't get to say goodbye without giving me a kiss. They don't ever get to greet me without giving me a kiss. Like, I'd give those kids the world if I could. They definitely love me unconditionally. Like, my sister-in-law will call me on the FaceTime, and I feel like a lot of people say they don't have their favorites, but I feel like I'm the favorite of the third child. His name is Francis. And he'll call me and he'll just be like, no, because they all want to call me Nino. But because I'm the Nino of the first one, his name's Villain. But they all none of them call me anything other than Nono. Like, even though I'm only the godfather to the first one, they all call me Nono. But Francis will call me, he's like, "I really miss you."
That's so sweet.
And it's just be like, it'll be random, like a random part of the day. He'll be like, "When am I going to see you again?" And I always laugh because he kind of just rubs it in the other kids' faces that me and him are so close. And I try not to have my favorites. And I told my brother, I was like, I got to stop making it seem like I have favorites, because the other kids, they can tell, But like, for example, his birthday's actually a month away, in July. And I'm going to take him to the shark reef because he really likes sharks. I'm going to take him to the Mandalay Bay shark reef. And my brother will always make me laugh because he's like, you shouldn't have told him that, because he'll come into the room, get all the other kids' attention, and be like, "Nona's going to take me to the shark reef and none of you guys can come."
Oh my God.
And he'll just be like, you guys aren't coming to the Shark Reef at all when me and Nono go. And he's just so funny because that's genuinely how he is. And to be honest, he's right. Because I feel like I like to give all the kids and have them all have their own personality. So like I don't believe in because they're all kids. Like if on birthdays, my mom will buy all of them a gift. And I tell her, I'm like, it's not the other three's birthday. Like, why are you doing that? Or my mom would be like, why didn't you bring gifts for everyone? I'm like, it's not anyone's birthday but him. You know what I mean? And it's not that I'm trying to be like, an a-hole. Like, I'm not trying to be like that guy that's like, oh, well, like, fuck off, fuck the other kids, or screw the other kids. Like, that's dumb. But I'm just like, I want them to all feel appreciated on their own birthday and in their own way and kind of give them their own personality. Like, why is everybody being nice to Evangeline, which is the first daughter? It's just like, well, because it's her birthday. So you kind of get to tell them, like, when it's your birthday, we're going to go all out for you. When it's his birthday, we're going to go all out for him. So that's kind of what I do to try to differentiate and give each of the kids their own personality and make them feel special on their own day or just in general. Like when the two older kids graduated school, when school ended, I took them to go get yogurt, froyo, because they really like froyo. So Francis was like, why aren't you taking me? I'm like, you didn't graduate school. Like you just be chilling in the house. So that's why like when it's his birthday, I'm going to take him to the Shark Reef, just him, and we're going to spend the day together like as his uncle. So just kind of just sets boundaries and makes everyone feel celebrated in their own way, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
How we feeling?
So that's the kind of uncle you are.
I try to be the fun uncle. I try to be the nice uncle. I try to be the fair uncle.
You the fair uncle. I get you though, because it's like when you teach kids like, oh, everyone's special, then it just like kind of defeats the purpose of making one of them feel special.
Yeah.
I think that it's good for everyone to have recognition.
Yeah.
But that's so sweet that you have a relationship with them and that you're in their lives.
Yeah. I'm super glad because my brother lived in North Carolina for 5 years. So it was kind of like, I'd go see them at least once or twice a year, but I'm definitely happy that they're back and I get to see them. I see them minimum once a week for sure.
So are you dating anyone?
No, not right now. Not at the moment.
Dang, I could have swore I seen some soft launches out there.
Soft launch is crazy. No, I haven't been romantically involved with someone since like February. Yeah.
¿Y qué pasó?
I don't know. I don't like to be this guy, but in like, these times or these modern times, I complain about the dating pool when you're part of the dating pool. For me, like, I just feel like there's just a lot of inconsistency when it comes to women. I mean, men too. I don't know, obviously, because I don't talk to men like that. But I just feel like, yeah, my main thing has always been like just inconsistency. I just feel like I don't like these new, like there's these new like subtle rules or like that people try to like talk about or say. Like one of the biggest things that kind of throws me off with the people today is like, oh, if we're dating or if we're talking, we don't got to talk every day. I personally think that's kind of insane. Not because I'm needy or clingy, but I'm just like, if you can go 24 hours without talking to me, do you really fuck with me? Do you like me? Even if you want to like update me on your day, send me a fucking TikTok, send me an Instagram, send me something you think I like, send me something funny, ask me, how's your day been? Or just update me like, oh, just got home. Something small. I just feel like if I can't sit here and tell someone, hey, I genuinely like you, and then go 24 hours without talking to you, I'm sorry. That's just me. Even if it's a small update. I feel like that's my biggest thing right now is just a lot of women are inconsistent. And I feel like if you're inconsistent, that means you either don't care or you got a lot going on. And even then, if you got a lot going on, then maybe you shouldn't be dating.
Word.
That's how I feel. I feel like why would I bring you into my life, into my personal spaces, like my house, my events, even just having the energy or liking you enough to speak to you every day. Like, why would I do that and then like neglect you? That's how I feel. And a lot of people don't view it that way. I just feel like right now the dating pool is full of a lot of inconsistency, in my opinion. You're also dealing with people that haven't gotten over their own problems, and yet they want to add another problem by inviting someone into their life romantically.
Dang.
In my opinion.
So what would...
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, what would you say? Or actually, Alex, would you mind giving me a time update? Okay. So let's I'm gonna ask you one more thing, and then I want to end it with what what we can expect from you coming up.
Of course.
And any like shout out you want to give, and then then you got to be like look at that camera and be like, make sure you check out who is that be talking to.
Yeah,
and then any other comment you want to say. Okay.
Cool.
All right. So what would you say is like one of your strongest qualities, and then one of your toxico qualities?
Toxico qualities?
Dang, you gonna go for that one first?
In what regard? Like as a person?
As a human being.
As a human being. I'd say one of my strongest qualities is I feel like I have a lot of perseverance. I feel like it's very hard to like make me feel like I'm not up to your standards when I know for a fact I am. And that goes into anything. Like, you can tell me like, oh, you're not as good as this DJ, or you don't produce as good as this guy, or you're not doing this, as good as this person. And I'm gonna definitely feel 100% like that's definitely not true, because I know what I'm capable of, and I know I can definitely get past that hump, if that hump even exists. For sure. I'm also big on comparison is the thief of joy. That's one of my big ones that I believe in, because it's just like there's a lot of people in the industry that got there a certain way, got there a different time, have different connections and different ways that they process their bookings and with different ways they get their money, and different things that they did to get to where they were. And that's not necessarily, if it's not my story, then I can't really tell it. You know what I mean? That's for me. So I would say I have a good sense of perseverance.
Those are really good traits.
And a good sense of reality, I could say.
Like you're grounded.
Yeah. I feel like I'm not delusional.
You ain't got no delulu in you?
I can sometimes. Maybe. But I don't really... I definitely don't dabble on it too long and think like, yeah. You gotta come back to reality, Richie. Toxico... I wouldn't even say it's toxic, but there's certain things that I don't want to have to bring it up for you to say it. I want you to admit it.
Dang.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
kidding.
It's not that I hate confrontation, but it's just like, you know what you're doing. I feel like that toxic trait in me is like, I expect you as an adult to be true to yourself. And like, for example, if you know you're doing something wrong, or you're doing something dirty, or you're doing something like, for example, it goes back to like the dating thing. Like, if a girl knows that we're never going to be together, or I have some of the traits that she doesn't like, and she don't want to confront me about it, I want her to be like, hey, Richie does this, this, and this. I don't like this, this, and this. I don't want her to keep it to herself and let it boil into an issue. Instead, I want you to tell me. A lot of people don't have that confrontation aspect. And I'm one of them. I'm going to keep playing along because I'm not a confrontational person until you tell me like, hey, this isn't going to work. And if I'm being honest, it all goes back to like, the truth will set you free. That's what I'm big on. Like, just tell me the truth. Like, you talking to 3 other men? Cool. I'm not going to be one of those 3 other men. Like, it's okay. I feel like a lot of people don't live in their truth. A lot of people, they still to this day just don't tell the truth. I've always thought that was a crazy concept. As a grown adult, what is your issue with telling the truth? That's always been big for me. You could save us a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of effort. Because that's what I'm big on. Like time. Wasting my time is kind of like one of the most annoying things you can do, because I could be doing other stuff. And I feel like that's more, that toxic trait refrains more to like, or no, not refrains, paints more towards like the relationship aspect. But yeah, I'm not a confrontational person, but I want you to admit or tell the truth. And I will wait there and play stupid till because I'm not confrontational until you tell the truth. That's kind of where my toxic is. I guess.
Ass.
Not really.
No, I get you though. So what is something you want to leave, like, just like a brief, like what would you like to impart? What do you want listeners to know about you?
To know about me? I would say if you've never been to any of my DJ sets, please pull up to them. Follow me on Instagram at DJ Richy Rozay, RICHYROZAY. I play the best in hip hop, rap, Latin, EDM, anything that's a banger to you, I'll play it. I play it for sure. If you haven't been to any of my shows, if you don't know who I am, because there is a lot of people out there that still don't know who I am, and that's okay. But yeah, definitely come to any of my events, any of my shows. Come get in tune. Come have fun. Come dance. Yeah.
Come twerk some.
Come twerk some. Come shake some. In the DJ booth if you want to. Unless you have a boyfriend, then don't do that.
All right. Okay, so can you do please check out Who Is That Be Talking To right there?
Where, that one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That one?
Yeah.
This is DJ Richy Rozay. Please check out Who Is That Be Talking To.
All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode with the awesome DJ Richy Rozay. Make sure you like, comment, share this video, and subscribe to Who Is That Be Talking To for more conversations like this. Mwah. Thanks, DJ Richy Rozay.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks, Alex. Let's go.
Nice.
Let's get it. Let's go. Is anyone still dabbing nowadays?
You just go like this. But you got the football, like. Yeah, but you gotta tuck your head into the. So the Heisman's a little bit different.
Look, guys, I'm doing a perfect dab.
I mean, I don't know about perfect, but
what's the perfect dab to you?
You gotta stab your nose into your. You gotta go harder. I don't know.
Wow.
I feel like you're being too subtle with it.
Too soft with it.
Yeah, you gotta go harder.
I see what you did. You know what? I'll have to go home and practice in the mirror. But it's hard to see, Yeah,
you don't know if you're doing a good job till someone points it out.
Exactly.
I haven't seen anybody do the dab in a really long time, though. We should bring it back. I haven't seen anybody do the dab in a really long time, though. We should bring it back.